Hello and welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Sedita. Our podcast today is sponsored by Perida Health, PeridaHealth.com. My co-host is an expert in health insurance in the Tampa market, Parita Patel. Parita, how are you doing today?
Hi, Mike. Doing great. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on. We have a very important podcast today because we want to describe what the different types of health insurance plans there are. So can you explain to people what is the difference between a PPO, an HMO, a POS, and an EPO?
Absolutely, Mike. These are important terms to know because they describe what kind of network your insurance is in. So it basically represents how many doctors are available for the insurance plan that you have. Because a lot of times, if you go to use your benefits and you are out of network, that's in relation to those four terms that you mentioned. So the first one I'm going to go over is PPO. That stands for Preferred Provider Organization. Obviously, the word preferred is preferred, right? So usually this means you have a much wider network. You do not have to ask permission to see a specialist, and it's going to allow you to access more doctors than not. So a lot of times PPO networks could be the entire state. And then there are some plans that even allow you to go nationwide if it's a nationwide PPO plan. So if you have to choose between the four, that is going to be the best one. But a lot of times that can also mean it's more expensive unless you look at the right places, because there are private plans that are PPO that are more affordable. I digress. Now you have HMO plans, Health Maintenance Organization. Now that is basically going to be an HMO, right? You've got maybe 2 or 3 doctors to choose from of every kind. You've got 2 primary cares, you've got 2 gynecologists, dermatologists. So you've got a couple of options. You do have to get permission from your primary care doctor to see a specialist. So if I'm not feeling 100%, first I have to go talk to my primary care doctor and let him know I'm not feeling well. And then he's going to say, okay, that sucks. Now let's go see another doctor, instead of you going straight to the doctor that is actually going to help you. So
a little more cumbersome. Gotcha.
A little bit more frustrating. Now, a POS, I think we all know what that stands for, but it does also stand for point of service. So
correct. That's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Exactly, right. Similar type of situation where you have a limited network and you basically just show up and you're trying to pay for the service right at that moment, right? Last but not least is EPO, which stands for Exclusive Provider Organization. The best way for me to describe this is exclusively nobody accepts that insurance.
So it's on the list, but it's not really on the list.
Right. You've got maybe one doctor of every kind to choose from. And because there are so few options, the doctors are going to be booked out for months. So if you even need to see a specialist, you're going to have to wait 3 or 4 months before one's available that accepts your insurance if it's an EPO plan. So hopefully that helps people understand how networks work. It's a very important deciding factor for you when you're picking your insurance plan.
The best part about this is we covered a lot of information there. There's a lot of acronyms. Some are more easy to remember than others. But the reality is you don't need to remember them. If you are thinking about getting health insurance, all you need to do is go to PeridaHealth.com, contact Perida and her team. They will go over all of the different types of options you have and figure out, do you want to pay more and wait less and pick your doctor, or pay a little bit less, wait a long time, and only have a couple of options? She can help you navigate that. All you have to do is go to PeridaHealth.com. Perida, thank you for educating us today. You have a great day.
Thank you, Mike.